In the world of trucks, bigger is always better. Or is it? I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger XLT SuperCrew 4x4. When we reviewed the F-150 Raptor last year, we found that it was an exceptionally capable truck that could be used every day. And while a lot of people do drive one every day, it's expensive, and there are a lot of components that contribute to the $70,000 price tag that unfortunately never get used. This is the beauty of today's mid-size pickup trucks. They're right-sized in many ways to meet the needs of most consumers, so let's take a closer look. Our tester today is a lightning blue 2019 Ford Ranger XLT SuperCrew 4x4. Standard features include daytime running lights, auto halogen headlights and fog lamps, easy fuel capless filler, fully boxed steel frame, bed light, tow hooks, privacy glass, trailer sway control, wheel lip moldings, power folding side mirrors, and power tailgate lock. Inside, there's a cloth interior, tilt and telescope steering column, overhead console, second row folding bench, 110 volt outlet, 12 volt power points, front and rear USB ports, Ford Pass Connect 4G Wi-Fi hotspot, rear view camera with reverse sensing, auto stop start tech, and remote keyless entry with key ignition start. Standard safety features include forward sensing system, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist with auto emergency braking, and bliss with cross traffic alert. Now time for the options. This Ranger has the Equipment Group 302A that adds dual zone climate control, sliding rear window with defroster, and remote start. There's the Sport Appearance Package, the Technology Package that includes adaptive cruise control and Sync 3 with Sirius XM, nav, and 6 speakers. There's the Tough Bed Spray and Bed Liner, the Tray Style Floor Liner, the Trailer Tow Package, SecuraCode keyless keypad, 18-inch mock aluminum wheels with mag pockets, and last but certainly not least, the FX4 Off-Road Package. Total M.S.R.P is $42,315. Besides looking tough, this mid-size Ranger has quite a few components that make it tough too. The FX4 Off-Road Package adds an off-road tuned suspension, 373 electronic locking rear differential, exposed steel bash plate, fuel tank, transfer case, and front differential skid plates, pitch, roll, and steering angle info in the instrument cluster, and some cool decals too. And with 8.9 inches of ground clearance, this truck should have no problem getting dirty. Unfortunately, with no tailgate steps, all of that clearance can make it a bit challenging for average-sized adults to access the 5-foot bed, but the spray and bed liner and tie-down hook should keep things neat and in place. Revving this Ranger is a 2.3-liter EcoBoost inline 4-cylinder with auto start stop that makes an impressive 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Ford's 10-speed automatic changes the gears and allows for a max tow rating of 7,500 pounds. The transfer case can be put in 2 or 4-wheel drive high as well as 4 low, and the terrain management system allows drivers to choose from 4 modes, including normal, grass, gravel, snow, mud and ruts, and sand. There's also a trail control button that maintains a selected speed from 1 to 20 miles per hour and manages acceleration and braking, kind of like an off-road cruise control. So all you have to do is focus on steering. Another highlight of this Ranger when compared to full-size pickups is its fuel economy, with an EPA rating of 20 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon highway, and a combined average of 22 miles per gallon.
AutoAcademics saw an average of 20.3 miles per gallon during testing on regular fuel.
While it's not nearly as large as a SuperCrew F-150, this Ranger's back seat is still decent enough with good head and shoulder room. I have no problem sitting behind myself, and there are plenty of cup holders, power points, as well as a manual sliding rear window. You know, for when things get a little smelly.
The rear seat back folds down to access the jack, if little more, but the bottom seat cushion could also fold up to provide some under-seat storage.
While this is far from the nicest interior I've seen, there are some accolades worth mentioning. First, the controls are all within easy reach and are fairly logical to understand. The seats are heated, and one option worth getting is Sync 3. I've touted its praises before, and it remains one of my preferred systems on the market today. So, now that we've addressed all of that, it's time to take it out and see how it drives. While I like the functionality of the interior, I unfortunately have to tell you that I'm not a fan of the seats. The side bolsters are good, but the bottom seat cushion needs more support. And even though I've played with the lumbar adjustments, for some reason, the seat back just doesn't seem to fit my back. The FX4 suspension can be a bit bouncy on imperfect roads, but get on one that's better maintained or an open highway, and this Ranger feels smooth as butter. The brakes are strong, and you should know that the cabin is impressively quiet too. Another highlight is the 4-cylinder engine. You realize its size before the boost comes on, but once it does, this thing will move. In fact, the only issue I have with the powertrain is with the transmission, and I'm even torn with that. Sometimes it feels good, and sometimes it doesn't. There are occasions when I'm cruising along and gear changes are smooth and unremarkable. Then later, I'll be pulling off from a stop and there'll be a slight vibration or shudder as I accelerate. Besides that, I'm digging this truck. I mean, it's easy to park, fits in the garage, and unlike the F-150, makes all the right noises for a small truck.
Once I got the truck off-road, I never thought about or even noticed the driveline vibrations again, as the FX4 suspension handled the ruts and rocks impressively, giving me the confidence I needed to make it through those backwoods trails alone. These clips are of the tamer sections because I couldn't get out of the truck to video more technical parts. But I'm happy to say the terrain management system kept things simple. I selected grass, gravel, snow, which gauged 4-wheel drive high and calibrate the engine and gearing to provide the traction I needed. Also, the 8.9 inches of ground clearance meant the Ranger's skid plates remained almost as scratch-free as before I got there. Well, almost. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, these mid-size pickups are among the best trail vehicles you can buy, with the exception of a Wrangler. Yet unlike those 4-wheel billy goats, this Ranger requires fewer on-road compromises.
And while the full-size trucks are plenty good, I'm not so sure I'd be willing to pay the extra cost for the stuff I'd never use. So there you have it, the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger XLT SuperCrew 4x4. I get it, the allure of full-size pickups can be hard to resist. But outside of commercial or other extreme use cases, a truck like this Ford Ranger can handle it. So let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, share it with your favorite truck lover. Also, check out AutoAcademics on Instagram, where you might see some sneak peeks of what we're working on. Finally, if you haven't done so already, by all means subscribe so you don't miss what we have coming up next. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.